today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're going to go through a segment that we like to call Look What We Found. So on my journeys over the last several weeks, I might have had a birthday. I found myself in a store, and I ended up with an Xotic Effects Soul Driven, an overdrive pedal. And so today we're going to take it through a couple of its paces. Jason may describe some basic features of it. I'm going to play clean, and he's going to dial that up, and eventually we'll play along to the in-house band that we have right now. We have a band, so.
Which might be another episode of.
Could be.
Look what we found.
Look what we found. Yeah.
The in-house band. So I mean, again, these little episodes really aren't about doing gear reviews and stuff. We just kind of figured if we liked it enough that we picked it up and purchased it, it'd be kind of cool to run through it. There's great reviews out there. There's great other YouTube channels out there that have kind of dived into this. In fact, I think you said the Xotic channel.
Oh yeah.
Has a really nice review done by
Paul Jackson Jr. He
go.
might be a slightly better player than I am. So yeah, go check out the Xotic official webpage. There's Paul Jackson Jr. is a great player, so he'll show you the real stuff.
But so what we have, and it might be hard because it's like this beautiful shiny
yes
metal.
That's why I bought it. It was really shiny.
So Pat likes shiny things.
Yes.
So we have a volume knob, gain, treble, and then tone. And then what makes this, I think, interesting and a little different than a lot of the overdrives that we have between us right now is that there's this mid-boost knob. And then also, if you pop that open, there's some dip switches inside, I think, where you could do like a bass boost and then a bigger bass boost on the inside as well with some dip switches. So, makes it a little different, gives it that little, when we're talking overdrive pedals, there's a million overdrive pedals out there. And so, sets this one apart a little bit, I think, is that.
Mm-hmm. So today I'm playing a 1980 Yamaha SA2000, original pickups, pretty hot output. Here's the bridge pickup. So pretty hot, so that's what I'll use as the bass line. And then we also have this little feller here with us.
Yes.
This little Donner.
So, I mean, we established in the beginning if we're taking two pedals, it's an overdrive and a delay.
Right.
So, the Donner delay is the yellow fall delay. This is one of those kind of import pedals that's pretty cheap, easy to grab on Amazon or somewhere. And I think it does a great, like if you're looking for an analog delay in the lines of a DM2 or a carbon copy, and you don't feel like spending that kind of money, the Donner's a cool pedal. It's not about the Donner, but it's there.
Yeah. So and then remind everyone of the amp again.
The amp is a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe
with a little bit of reverb. So this is there's the reverb in the amp, and then here's the delay. So those are the factors. The sort of looking for you can't. Yeah. Factors that are going into what we're playing. Yeah. So we'll let Jason hit the switch, and we'll give it a little ride. Got a lot of oomph to it. Xotic makes really nice stuff.
We're getting a little bit, I think, because of the hollow body.
A little ringy dingy.
A little ringy.
Little overtones.
Those hot pickups in that. So, one thing we did notice, I think we can show them before we strike up the band.
Yes.
Is the gain knob seems to, I'd say like the first between just under 12 o'clock. Maybe about 10 and down, you really drop the gain off. But once you get up to about where we're at,
yeah.
So why don't we do this? I'll take the gain all the way off. You can play your little riff there, and we'll slowly roll it up, and they can see.
little rounder. Not necessarily. I was playing the low notes, but it doesn't really. We dimed it briefly, and it didn't get hugely different.
Yeah. I mean, from off to about 10, 11 o'clock, there's a big range in there.
Yeah.
Once you get up to about 12 and on, maybe not. And it could be the guitar we're using or whatever. Maybe not as much as you would expect, but it has a lot of. Has a lot of gain on it.
Yeah. And I'm a self-proclaimed gainiac, which I said when I was playing in OCD. So you might not get all the nuances of this pedal with my playing, although the band is going to play more of an R&B little feel to it. And again, the actual demos on the Xotic page are fantastic.
And just so people know what we're doing here on that Fender Hot Rod, we have that about say 3.5, 4. We're trying not to blow ourselves out. 3.5, 4. We kind of do the poor man's attenuator, or I kind of do the poor man's attenuator thing. It's a trick I learned a long time ago playing with blues players, where I learned to play. Is you pump the tube amp, pull the volume back on the pedal a little bit. Then you got the tubes running hot. If there's a good video out there by, oh man, why did I say that? Because that guy, the young guy that plays with Warren Haynes a lot. Somebody's screaming at the thing right now. They'll come to me. The young guy that plays with Warren Haynes a lot, great player.
He may throw a graphic up that says the guy's name during this part of the video.
Yeah, now I have to do that. Okay. But yeah, there's a rig rundown with him. I can see him. I can see his name.
That young guy.
Great player. But he does the same thing, like Tube Screamer sitting on top of his super amps, and he dimes the super boost, but turns the volume back on the pedal a little bit. It's a great trick. Get those tubes hot, but not kill yourself.
All
right, so you ready for, is this where you want it?
I guess, sure, let's do it.
Ready for the band?
We'll go with that. So there you go. It's almost like if Slash was playing R&B. They got a little Sweet Child of Mine when I went to the neck pickup there. But some not totally inspired playing, but you can hear that it's got a lot of sustain. Again, I am using a hollow body, semi-hollow body guitar. But we'll switch it to a different shape semi-hollow body guitar.
It's a Gibson 30. No, yeah. I'm sorry.
I did. I told the Beard. I said if I wear a Gibson, does it turn this into a 335? There is a 335.
It actually sounds.
It's a great guitar. And
it sounds amazing.
I just want to say a little bit about the guitar, even though we didn't say we are going to do this. Phil Keaggy's one of my guitar idols, heroes, and back in the early 80s, I saw him several times. He had one of these, and he's a guy who could have probably anything he wants. He had one of these, and because he loves doing the volume swells, all he did was flip the volume and the toggle switch. But that's where I first saw it. Cherry 330, or I said again, SA 2000. Phil Keaggy was playing it. It took me all these years to get it, and I got it as a gift. 1980 original case with a nice little shag carpet in it. But it's a great guitar. I love it. It we either solved my Duesenberg or going to see a Duesenberg. It's a different hollow body, but it screams. It's loud.
I have a feeling we might have what are those episodes called now? You should play this.
Yes, that's right.
I think we might have one of those episodes with that.
Try this.
Yes, with that guitar coming up soon. Over here we got a 2000 McCarty PRS, which also might be featured on one of those episodes very shortly. I think that's about all we need to say about that now. So if you want to
Forrest Gump,
strike up the band.
That's all we need to say about that.
It actually cleans up.
Yeah, because you like to ride the volume knob. I pretty much go wide open most of the time.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick before we end this.
Yeah.
Real quick before we end this, no band, just nothing fancy here. We're just trying to see how it cleans up. So I'll get down kind of low on the volume, and then we'll ride that volume knob up just to see what happens. So. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's different.
Doesn't clean. I mean, maybe not cleaning up as much as some of the pedals that I use personally. Right. That I use.
Right.
But it's there. I mean, like you can roll that back and get some of the drive out of it. So, you know the drill. We'd love if you would subscribe and hit notification. We're really enjoying ourselves here. This is more or less a chance for us to sit down, hang out, and talk gear, and then the idea behind the YouTube channel is to draw some people in to talk gear with us.
Yeah.
We joke about our wives being tired of hearing it, and so we're looking for other people to kind of hang out with us and join the journey. So
yeah. So in the look what we got. So maybe in the comments, maybe tell us about some pedal that you recently got. It could be an overdrive pedal similar to this, or it could be anything. So tell us like what you got. Because we're going to continue to show you what we got. Hey, look what we got. And with that, I am PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you that no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear. There you have it.